Hey, I'm here at the National Inventors Hall of Fame in Washington, D.C., making the most of my trip here, and I'm here with Brandon, who is the Inventors Hall of Fame. Hi, Brandon.
Hi.
You were going to give me some background into the history of the National Inventors Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so the National Inventors Hall of Fame was founded in 1973 in partnership with the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the AIPLA, which is the American Intellectual Property Lawyers Association.
Now, are we in the same building as the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office right now?
We are. We're on the first floor of the atrium that they call it, and it's a campus. There's 5 buildings in total here, and there's over 8,000 employees that work on this site.
That is a lot for patents, isn't it?
Yeah, there's actually 13,000 employees across the nation. There's satellite offices in Detroit, Denver, Houston, and San Jose as well.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. So we're in the National Inventors Hall of Fame Museum here, and what you can see in front of us is what we call the Gallery of Icons. So the gallery shows the names of all of the inductees of the National Inventors Hall of Fame, and they're ordered by patent number, which means you have your most historical patents down here on the left, and then your more recent patents all the way down on the right.
So when I look at it, the scientist in me sees cells or honeycombs.
Yes.
Is there a reasoning behind that?
It was designed to mimic a honeycomb, and one, it looks very cool, and two, actually, as you add more icons, and so we add icons every year, the structure becomes more sound. So it becomes stronger, more stable with the more icons you add, and that also is a good resemblance of what the intellectual property system is. The more patents that get out there, the stronger the economy is, the more jobs that are made, that kind of stuff.
You know, it's funny you say that, but it harkens back to something I heard yesterday from NASA Director Jim Bridenstine, that we can do more together to be better. Mm-hmm. And that just, it kind of harkens to that too.
Yep.
Neat. What are the yellow ones that are highlighted?
So you'll see some colors spotted throughout. All of the ones in colors are the most recent class of inductees. And then the colors just signify the era in which the patent was awarded. So your yellow or orange colors are the more historical, and then as we go through, we get into the red and the blue and the purple colors.
Okay, so that brings to mind, if you're just now inducting people in this part of the landscape with that patent number, do you have to rearrange all of these things?
Every year.
Holy tamale, how long does that take?
It's a 2 or 3 day process.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
And did you say there's over 500 current inductees, or not, but members?
Almost 600, yep.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, when does the induction take place yearly?
It takes place in May. So leading up to May and April, we do significant renovations. It's when we put all the new names on here. And then generally the first week of May is when the induction ceremony happens. So the inventors themselves that are living will come here into this building, and they'll actually put their names on the wall. And then the next day we go into DC and have a big celebration of the work that they've done.
I love that. Now, how many is there a certain number you allow every year, or that you choose, or is it based on popular vote? How's the choosing done?
That's a good question. So the only requirement to be nominated for the Hall of Fame is that you hold a US patent. It's the only requirement. From there, anybody who holds a patent can be nominated. We gather those nominations each year, and then they are researched, and about the best 50 or so are selected, and then we have a group that actually meets here in the building every summer who chooses the ones that are actually going to be nominated. And that number can range anywhere from 10 to 20, depending on the kind of inventions. Some patents will have 4 people associated with that patent, so all 4 of those people get in. It just kind of varies depending on the situation.
I love it. Back to me. So my experience with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office and the National Inventors Hall of Fame comes via Camp Invention and being a director of Camp Invention for the last 5 or 6 years, I think 6. And I just love that the last couple of years, my kids have been wearing shirts that have what look like comic characters, but they're real inventors. So I have students right now that come in and they're like, hey, like that guy that invented the windshield wiper, and they remember these inventors, and these are their new superheroes. In fact, they had a discussion that they would love to have inventor trading cards. So get right on that. It could be the next. All right. Where do we go from here?
So we can keep going down. Here is a new exhibit that we just installed in April, and it looks at innovation historically through the lens of military conflicts and the technologies that have come out of that. So.
Pause momentarily. I'm going to stop.